I wanted to come to Oxford for a long time. My father used to tell my brothers and I about it when we were younger. Studying at Oxford has been a very rewarding experience, and it has also been a big investment. There's many ways to get funding at Oxford. A lot of postgraduate students get fully funded with scholarships and awards.
Being fully funded by the Clarendon Fund is great because it allows me to focus all my attention on my studies. The Clarendon Fund covers all tuition fees and my college fee, and it also gives me a stipend, and it increases each year with inflation, and so that's more than enough for me to take care of all my basic needs and a little bit more. There are lots of opportunities to do things with other Clarendon scholars. Just a few months ago, the Clarendon Council organized a seminar on sex, drugs, and rock and roll, where students who had research that was related, at least tangentially, to those ideas got to present their research and have a lot of fun doing that, and we had a big communal dinner together afterwards. So there's a lot of chances to socialize with other Clarendon scholars and meet people from the other scholarship programs here as well. But being a student here doesn't rely on winning an international scholarship.
When I decided to undertake graduate studies, I wasn't sure where my funding would come from, but NERC, a UK Research Council, completely funds my studentship. It was pretty competitive to get my funding. After I'd applied for the subject and had been for an interview, I had to wait to find out as to whether I had funding. My supervisor told me to hang on. There were a number of issues to be sorted out as to where other people were getting funding from. Thankfully, in the end, I was able to get the NERC studentship that I was hoping for. The stipend's enough that I don't have to worry much about cash flow problems, so I can concentrate more on my studies, really. Some of the graduates I work with don't have a full scholarship, but there are plenty of other ways to fund your studies.
I was really passionate about the course here at Oxford, and so I decided that I wanted to come here no matter what. It was lucky for me that there were so many different sources of funding available. So I have funding from two sources which give me a partial scholarship, about 2/3. So even if you don't get a full package of funding from the Arts and Humanities Research Council, which I didn't get, for example, there are lots of little sources from the university, from the college, that mean that you can still build up a little package of scholarships and still enable you to come.
I had no idea of how I was going to afford studying at Oxford, but I was fortunate to get the Rhodes Scholarship, which covers the cost of my study. In Kenya, they advertise the Rhodes Scholarship on the newspapers every year. What you do is that you get recommendations, you write a statement of purpose, explaining what you want to do and why, and then there's a shortlisting process, after which comes an evening where everyone meets at the British High Commissioner's just informally, and then the next day is the interview. So after the interview is when you get told if you've been taken or not. The good thing about it is that it funds everything. It takes care of your accommodation, your out-of-pocket expenses, your tuition, your college fees. And so the good thing about it is that it leaves you free to just concentrate on your study, concentrate on what you're doing, and you don't have to worry about looking for part-time jobs or part-time work, because doing part-time work at Oxford is a bit hard given the schedule, the class schedules and the lecture schedules. So they do cover everything, and that makes it a lot easier for us. There are many opportunities to fund your study at Oxford. Take the time to look into them. I did, and I can now tell my father what Oxford is like.